Hello and welcome to Success Board. This is Khushi Gupta from Nalsa University of Law, Hyderabad, and I cracked LAT 2020 with an All India rank of 106. I realized that with the new paper pattern, statement assumptions, statement conclusion, and statement inference form a very important part of the new paper, and the skills that are required in this section can be used throughout the paper. But this section is a little tricky. And so here I am with some tips and tricks which will help you to ace not only this section but the entire paper and pass out with colorful marks. Let's begin right away. Let's start with understanding the difference between all the three. Number one is statement assumption. Statement assumptions will ask you to derive out assumptions from the argument, and you will have to look for statements which support the argument, without which the entire argument would fall off. And these statements would have to be true in order for the conclusion to be true. Next, coming on to the statement inference. The inference which have to be derived from the argument, you will never be directly written in the argument. Those are basically indirectly drawn references which you have to take out with using your own set of skills. Inferences are never a part of conclusion. They can be a form of an alternate conclusion which you derive. Third is statement conclusion. Conclusion are basically the main aim of the argument, like what the argument is all about. They can be derived out with the help of inference and assumption. I hope you understood the difference between the three well. Now moving on to the steps on how to solve these. During my preparation, I derived out 4 steps that could be used in order to take out the correct answer to these three. Starting with number 1, it is breaking down the entire argument. The argument is usually mentioned in the 3 parts. First is the background information, second is the supporting statements, and third is the conclusion. The background information is all the kind of irrelevant stuff which does not form a part of the assumption or the inference. It sort of sets the argument into motion but is not very useful. When you solve a lot of these, you will be able to derive out these background information very easily. Second part is the supporting statements. These statements are very useful. They help you derive out the inference and assumption. However, these do not form a part of the conclusion and are not the aim of the argument. They do help in deriving the aim but are not the aim. Then the third part, the rest of the part, is the conclusion of the argument, which is the aim of the argument, what the argument is all about. These will be pretty easy to figure out, and once you break your argument between these three, taking out all the assumptions, inference and conclusion becomes very easy. The second step to solve these questions is to use the method of elimination. Elimination requires you to take out the options which seem extremely irrelevant, out of place, or basically you are very sure these cannot be the answer. What elimination allows you is to narrow down your options to the best 2 options. It excludes your getting confused because you will have less options to choose from. Elimination works kind of like hit and trial, but once you do a lot of practice, you will understand that how much time it saves. The third step is to not choose options which use very excessive words like never, forever, only, each. You have to choose words which keep your argument a little open, like maybe, can, should, may, etc. The fourth option is to fish out the relevant information from the irrelevant information. There are a lot of information which will seem very fit in the argument, but you have to realize that no matter how true they are, no matter how much sense they make, they do not form a part of your argument. And these information should be taken out, and you should prevent yourself from wasting time on these informations. So apart from these steps, and from understanding the difference between the three, I hope that you get a very clear idea of how to solve this and how to approach this section. Now moving on to an example where we apply all of our skills. It's a very small statement that I'm taking, which goes like, when a beer was fed with chemicals A and C, he began to show erratic behaviors. Now, to derive out the conclusion, it is very clear that the conclusion is when a beer is fed with A and C, he will show erratic behaviors. The inference will be that chemicals A and C are harmful to the behavior of the beer. And the assumption will be that intake of chemicals A and C will lead to some changes in the behavior of the beer. I hope that with this little example, you can fish out that how these three things are very different and how can then be easily figured out with the help of the steps that I've told you about. So I hope that once you use all of these steps and get a clear understanding, you will be able to ace not only this section but the entire CLAT paper.